Howdy folks, it's AJ with the Hunting Gear Guy, and this is the Cabela's Covenant 7. This particular one is a 3 to 21, which gives it a 7 times magnification range, which is quite a bit. It is a 34 millimeter tube, so that's a thicker tube than usual. Our typical scopes are 1-inch tubes, 30 millimeter tubes, and now 34, getting thick, getting real thick. The advantage of going with a 34 millimeter tube is that there's more room for adjustment and glass in the middle, so you can either let more light in or you can have more adjustability in there, or both, I guess, depending on how you design it. With this one, you get more adjustability. So it's got a 0-stop elevation inside the scope, and it's got, if you count both up and down, 120 MOA up and down. Now these are in mils, but I'll give the translation down below here. So these scopes go on sale often for around $350 to $500, somewhere in there, depending if you get the 3 to 21 or the 5 to 2 lots. So I can't remember what the other one is. They go on sale, and they've got quite a few features for the price point. So for $350 to $500, you get 120 MOA or 36 mils of up and down travel on the elevation. You get a dial that actually moves. So what I mean by that is as you dial it up or down, you can see those hash marks, and the dial is moving up or down on that body. So you notice in there whether you've been going one way or the other. So you'll know if you're like a full turn out, for example. That's pretty nice. It's got a magnification throw lever. So this lever here, which you can install or not install, I would recommend you do, because if you're going to shoot competition, it makes it very quick to fully adjust. And you can see it goes from 90 degrees on one side to 90 degrees on the other side. So it'll never get in the way of your rifle or anything like that. And that allows very quick movement from 3 to 21, or the maximum magnification on this scope. The reticle inside is got kind of a Christmas tree style reticle, so it goes down on both sides, got lots of different hash marks on there. So if you impact off to the side of where you want to hit, you'll be able to see where it is, adjust the scope to that spot, and make your hit on the second shot. So that's nice as well. It comes with a scope shade, so if you're going to be shooting into the sun, or like in the direction of the sun, pop one of these bad boys on, and then you won't get that glare from the sun coming in on the scope. It comes with a scope cover, so if you want to protect your scope as you leave it stored, you can stuff it on, and it's kind of tight if you've got the sunshade on, but it does fit. So you can put that guy on. It comes with a cloth and a couple of Allen keys and whatnot as well. Now to set the 0-stop, you pull the top cap off, and then there's this brass doohickey in the middle with 2 screws. Those are used to tighten down and stop the travel of the elevation knob. I'll show a clip of that here. So pretty easy to do, right? I think we've talked a little bit too much about the features. Why don't we go shoot this thing? So I just want to recap some of the stuff that you might notice about the Cabela's Covenant 7. I got my badass mic here so that it sounds better, and we'll mostly just do overlays anyways of some range footage here. So some cool things about it, the 0 set. So you'll see in this clip here, 0 setting is very easy. You just need to have the Allen keys for it. If you don't have the Allen keys, it's going to be a pain in the butt, but if you have a multi-tool or something like that, it'll be fine. Or if you just have the Allen keys, I guess it'll be fine too. Very quick to do. Pull the cap off, set the little screw in things there, and you're good to go. I've seen some other more expensive scopes that use this style of 0-stop, so I guess it's fine, and it feels good in use. So let's talk about some cons of this scope. Number one, 34 millimeter tubes are a pain in the ass to get rings for. It's getting better. You can start to find them on eBay and that kind of a thing, as well as from your standard players, Burris and that kind of a thing. But they're still a little bit hard to find. The glass is okay in the middle of elevation, but at both extremes of the elevation, it's
not as good, not as clear. So that's something to think about. I think the primary thing to think about is the warranty. So these things, I think they're covered for about 90 days. They used to be lifetime, but no longer since Bass Pro bought Cabelas. So that's something to think about. Because if you were to buy a Vortex or something like that, you are going to get a lifetime warranty for it. The FFP reticle, so the reticle changes in size based on the magnification. At 3x, it looks kind of silly. It's got a lot crowded into a barely visible reticle at 3x. At maximum magnification, it looks fine. The turret clicks are a bit mushy. They got a little bit of slop, not as nice as some nicer scopes. And the turret elevation only goes 6 mil per turn. Some of the really nice scopes go 10 or more mils per turn. And it's just a little bit easier for when you're dialing a whole bunch. But 6 mil is still quite a bit, and you can still do quite a bit with that kind of elevation. Ultimately, who'd get one of these things, and what would you compare it to? Well, right now they're actually on sale for like $350 or something like that. Between the $350 and $550, that mid-range scope pricing for tactical scopes, you'd have to compare it against, because you're looking at something that would be used for PRS or PRS Lite, something used on a 22LR or something like that. I think it offers quite a few features for 22LR without the quality. So if you wanted something that had better glass on it, there's Athlon, there's Vortex, there's some scopes out there that might have better glass. They won't have the same amount of features for the price, though. It's very hard to get a scope at 350 or 400 that has zero stop, that has a higher magnification range, that has a lot of elevation in it, that has a scope lever it comes with, and all that kind of stuff comes with the Covenant 7. So there's quite a bit of features in it that you wouldn't get with another scope at that same price point. So if you wanted like a scope for long range 22, which is becoming more popular with CRPS and that kind of thing, definitely check out the Cabela's Covenant 7. And if you want even more details on it, check out my review on huntinggearguy.com. Thanks for watching.